Let's start the session. Hi everyone, Salesforce Development Day 30th. Let's see what we are going to learn today. So we have seen the previous session overview. So we will go to the previous session overview and then we'll talk about the like operator use case. And we will see one of the use relationship queries. How can we use the relationship whenever we have a relationship between the two objects? How can we use the query? What are the different ways to use the query? And the query limitations, and then we will see the SOSL, and then we will move on to the DML statement, differences between the SOQL and SOSL, Garner limits. What are the Garner limits? We have it, and then we'll have it today's interview questions. Now, what did we learn in last session?
All rows of object ordered by
In SOQL query, we have seen the limit class, where class.
for update.
We have seen the limit class, where class, in operator, and then we have seen the all rows. Now, yesterday we have implemented a class called, right, offset also we have seen. So yesterday we have implemented a class. The class is called SOQL in map. So yesterday we have written the SOQL in map. So in this we have written the different methods where we have seen how to query the map, how to set the data into the map, and then how can I query the data based on the parameter, which is in the parameter method, we can pass the parameter and pass that parameter to the query. If it is a single, then we have to use the equal to colon. If it is a list, then we have to use the in colon. And also we have seen the all rows from the getting the all the records from here. And then we have seen the offset. So these are the different things which we have seen yesterday. Now we know that how to access if I have a single, if I'm passing the parameter like account industry, I'm passing the account industry to the method. When I pass the account industry to the method, in the method, what we are doing is we are adding the where condition, where industry equal to colon, then we are passing the ACC industry. ACC industry, so that what will happen, whatever the data is there. So the data we are passing to the where condition and we are pulling the data. Now assume that sometimes what happens is, let's take I'm querying the data where account name, where the name is, let's take one of the name. Now in the account, let's go to the account. We have the account console is there, right? So I wanted to get the records which are related to the console. There are console 1, console 2, console 3, all these records are there. All the data which are related to the console, I wanted to pull. Now, if I give just simply console 1, what will happen? It will just give me the, whatever this console 1 record is there, it will give me the console 1 record. For example, all the one which starts with console, I wanted to get the data. How can we get it? For example, if I give select ID, comma, name, comma, rating from account, where name equal to, if I say console 1, what will happen? It will give me only one record. If I simply say console then what will happen? It will say no records are found. Or else I need to give a in operator. Or else I need to give a in operator and I need to specify all the values exactly same as whatever is mentioned here. But let's assume that in the real time, we don't remember. There is a name which starts with console. But at the end, I don't know what is the values that will be there. At the end, what is the values I don't know. So we have a console 1, console 2, console 3. So many consoles are there. So without using the in operator, so what I want is basically, I wanted to get all these information which starts with console. In that case, what we will do is we will use the like operator. We will use like operator. So like operator is, now here, let's say here, like operator. So like operator is used to fetch the similar kind of information from the object based on the specified expression format. Specified expression or a format. That means you have a similar kind of information and you know that similar kind of information, either it is starting with the some word or ending with some word, right? So possible that there is a some word is there after the, there is some, either we remember the first letter or a last letter or a first word or a last word. When we know that there is some kind of a information that I need to pull it from the database, in that case, what we will do is we will use the expression and like operator. So using the like operator, where do we use the like operator? Like operator is always within the where class. So we need to specify where class. Along with the where class, we need to use the like operator. The syntax is SOQL query where column name like expression. Column name like expression. So the expression with the help of wild characters. So when I say wild characters, there are multiple wild characters we can use it. For example, now inside the Apex, we are providing the wildcard character to be used in the SOQL query is percentage. Percentage represents the 0 or more characters. That means whenever you wanted to pull all these records, in the like, what you will do is, let's say you are going to say con and then percentage. What will happen? It doesn't care how many characters are there after the con. It doesn't care how many characters are there after the con. So it is going to pull all the records which are related, which are starting with con. It is going to pull all the records that are going to start with con. Now here, let's say that instead of in, what I'm going to do is equal to, then I'll specify here con percentage. Con percentage. Let's click on the query. Zero records. Capital C.
Like operator is not.
Name like. It's a equal to, we are doing it. So it should be a like operator. So it is giving me the all the records that are starting with con and it could be ending at anything. That means percentage is nothing but it doesn't care whether I have a one character after the CON or whether it is a 3 characters, more than 1 characters are there. It doesn't care about whether it is a character, number, whatever it has the data, it is going to pull all the information from the database. So percentage is represents the 0 or more characters. 0 or more characters. So for example, if you have a RA percentage, that means fetch all the words whose name is starts with RA. So for example, it is going to pull Ram, Ram Kumar, Rajesh, Rajni, whatever the starts the names with RA, everything, all the records, it is going to pull it. Let's assume if I'm going to put a percentage starting of the letter. Let's say here I'm going to put a percentage. Now let's say I'm putting the percentage here. Both the sides I'm adding, starting of the word and ending of the word. Click on execute. So what will happen? Wherever it is having a CON, wherever in the entire name word, wherever the CON is there, it is going to pull all the CON records. It is going to pull all the CON records. Whether it is a starting or in between at the ending, doesn't care. You have some words starting, or maybe it is possible that directly CON it is starting, or then ending could be some letters or a numbers or something is there, or possible that it is ending with CON. So basically in the word, wherever it says CON, it is going to pull the record, right? So starting percentage in a sense, like example, percentage Kumar. What will happen? It will fetch all the words whose name ending with Kumar, like Ram Kumar or Rajesh Kumar or Suresh Kumar, ending with Kumar. If you add both the sides percentage, so what will happen is wherever you see RA, like a Prakash, right? So RA is there somewhere here in between the word, like Bharati, Rajesh, Ram Kumar, right? So whether it is starting with RA or in the word, it contains the RA or it is ending with RA. So all the data it is going to give you. When I say percentage only in the starting, not at the ending, that means it will give you the records that are ending with CON. So right now I do not have any records that are ending with CON. I do not have any records that are ending with CON. Right? If I say here ending with new, if I say percentage new, if I say percentage new execute. Now what will happen? There are two records which are ending with new. There are two records that are ending with new. So like operator is used when you don't know that what is the word. I know that it is starting with something R, or it is starting with C, or it is starting with S. I know the starting letter, but we don't know the ending letter. Or else there is a word. In that word, I know that there is a letter called RA, right? In that case, I'll put the percentage starting of the RA and then ending of the R ending also I'll put the percentage. That means in between the percentage, I'll put the word called RA. Now, another operator which we have is underscore. Another operator, we have a underscore. Underscore represents only one character. That means, now if I say here CON underscore, if I say CON underscore, click on execute. What it is giving, it is not giving any result. Let's say if I say here NE, no records are there. Right? So it is going to only, like for example, DELL is there. So what I need to provide? So after DEL, so there is a one more character is there, but I don't know what is that character. Then in that case, I will give you I'll give underscore. Underscore represents only one character. Only one character that is going to represent. So here it is starting with DEL, and after the DEL, there is a one character. I don't know that character, so that's the reason I'm putting the underscore. If I say possible that there is a one character DEL, and then if you want to add a percentage, you can add a percentage also. You can add a percentage. Let's say Himaja is there, new page is there, right? So I'm going to add NE starting with NE, then one letter and then after that percentage. So what happened here? Here NE after NE, it is going to, there is a one more character here. After this character, possible that there is a few more characters are there. Possible that there are few more characters are there, or else the space might be there after the word. Let's say here I'm going to give CON underscore percentage. CON underscore percentage. So it is going to give me this data. It is going to give me this data. Now let's see the use case of it. Take a notes of it, then we will go for a use case.
Ma'am, can we provide as much as underscores we want, or is there any limitation to use underscore?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Can we use like many number of underscores?
Yeah, you can use, for example, here, let's say I'm going to remove the percentage. Let's say I'll say here console and execute. You can use number of underscores, more than one underscore you can use it.
Okay. Can we use spaces as well, right?
Yeah, it is going to take space as well. So I have given here console and then I have given two underscore. So we have a one space and then after that one number is there.
Okay.
It will consider spaces as well. Okay, so take a notes of it, then we will move on.
Ma'am, what happen if in name of the like string of the name itself is having the underscore?
Mhm.
So how it will be identify if
It
it
will
is a
take
part of?
It will take it. What are the characters it has, it doesn't care. That means after that word, there are two letters are there. Could be a character, could be a number, could be a special character, something is there.
Okay.
Let me know once you are done with taking the notes. Is it done? Taking the notes? We cannot use the like operator without where class. So if you want to use the like operator, you have to go with where class. Take a notes of it. Done. Okay, so let's see the one of the use case. My use case is write an Apex program to fetch all the account records whose name is starting with the specified character at runtime. Specified character at runtime. Now let's go ahead and see let's implement one of the, let's implement this class. So I need to fetch all the account record wherever the name is starting with specified characters at runtime. Now, let's go ahead and implement new Apex class. Let's say that this is the database class. Database class. So we'll write the description. At the rate description. And create a date. And who is the author. These things we have to write it. Practice this because this is a part of the program also. So description is, this class is used to handle multiple SOQL queries. Created date is today, 10/08/2023. Right, author is Swapna ID. Now, inside this, I'm going to implement a method which is called as a public static void get account, get all the accounts, get all accounts. Now, we have to implement the like operator. So usually the like operator is select ID comma name comma rating, right? So from account where name like I'm going to specify the keyword called, let's say console or con percentage. In the Apex, we will write the SOQL query within the square bracket. Now here list of account ACC list equal to whatever this is there, then we are going to print. Now let me loop through this for loop account ACC colon ACC list inside this ACC list I'm going to print system.debug. Let's say account records plus ACC. I'm going to print the ACC record. Now this is one method where I'm declaring the con within the SOQL. Where class, whatever the like operator is there, directly I'm declaring within the class. Now if I wanted to execute this, record, for debug, open execute anonymous. Let's say here, database class dot get all accounts. Now let's execute the highlighted one. Now it is going to print whatever the con starting with con is there, it is going to print the record. Let's assume that I wanted to pass the character or the like operator, whatever the specified string is there. I wanted to pass this string during the runtime. During the runtime, I need to pass it. So for that, I'm going to implement another method. So this method is get all accounts. Now here I'm going to pass the parameter, which is a string parameter. So what I'm going to pass it is the character, starting character, or let's say starting character. So this starting character, I need to specify it here. Starting character, I need to specify. That means during the execution of this method, I'm going to pass the character from the developer console. Now, when I pass the character, I need to pass that character to the like operator. I need to pass that to the like operator. Whenever we are passing the variable to the SOQL query, what should we need to use it after the like? It's similar to the equal to in operator.
Colon.
Colon, we have to use it. So like colon, I need to use the starting character. But the starting character, I'll be specifying it like CON or maybe new or maybe Salesforce. I'll be specifying like this. The starting character will be, I will be specifying like this. When I specify it, so how this data will be there? Data will be stored here as a, now it will be the output of this SOQL query is equal to new. Equal to new. But is this the one which we are expecting? No, right? We are expecting the single quotes. We are expecting the single quotes, and then after the new, we want to add a percentage. This is how we wanted to add the data. This is how we want to add the data. But what will happen here if I specify the starting character? If I specify the starting character, then what will happen? It is going to return like this. Like new. Right? So how can we implement that? You have a 5 minutes. Try this. Pass the starting character. You need to convert this starting character to in the form of, right now it is like this, right? So you need to convert this to the like new percentage. You need to convert whatever the starting character is there, you need to convert into this way. You have a 5 minutes, try that. Okay, so does it work if you give like that? If I give like this, does it work? What will happen if I give this? It will be converted as new percentage, but what about the quotation?
Ma'am, quotation we can pass through the parameter itself. String.
Here in the parameter,
Yes.
how do you pass it? Does it accept this one first one? So here the percentage, it says that, okay, you are passing it. No, okay. Let's say here debug, open. Now we have a get all contacts, all accounts. So database class dot all accounts. Then I'm going to pass in the quotation console. If I try to execute it, I let the execute. Debug. So it is printing the values console 1, console 2, console 3. Right, so 21st line. So this is the line, it is printing the values. Any other suggestions? This is one way of implementation. Any other suggestions? Any other way we can implement it? That is to check the condition, whether if it is not equal to null or not. To check the condition if it is equal to null or not. Okay, so try from your side. So there is another way also there. So what is the another way is you can build this parameter outside of the query. Instead of just writing inside the query, what you can do is you can implement it outside, right? You have a string character is there. At this string characters, you can add the plus character and then pass that character to the SOQL query. So which is almost same. Now, this is how we can pass it. In case if I need a underscore, in case if I want to add a underscore, for example, I wanted to add here CON, let's say I wanted to add DL. Okay, so after this, I just wanted to check one character after this. So simply you have to change the percentage. Simply you have to change the percentage to the underscore. If you change the percentage to the underscore, then you will be able to get the data. Fine, let's move on. The assignments are write an Apex program to fetch all the group records whose type is starting with the specified character at runtime. Specified character at runtime. Write an Apex program to fetch all the group records whose type is starting with the specified characters. You need to pass that specified character during the runtime. Take a assignment. Done taking the assignments. Okay, so let's move on. Next one is relationship queries. So far we have seen the SOQL query, how to query the SOQL for a single object. For a single object. Now let's assume that when you have a relationship, that could be a master detail relationship, or else could be a lookup relationship, Whenever we have a master detail or a lookup relationship, now how can I query the data of the parent record or the child record? That means there is a parent and child, both are there. So when we have a relationship between the parent and child, how can we query the data? Now, in order to query the data, first of all, we need to understand whether I'm querying the data from the child to parent or a parent to child. There are two type of queries are there. One is if you want to query child to parent. First one is child to parent, and the second one is parent to child. Second one is parent to child. Now, when you query the child to parent, when I say child to parent is nothing but many to one. Possible that multiple childs are connected to the same parent. Here, parent to child is nothing but one parent is connected to the multiple child. One parent is connected to the multiple child. So there are two ways you can query the data. Now, first we will see the child to parent. So query the child to parent relationship. That means many to one relationship. Now, in order to query the child to parent, what we need to do is we need to use the dot operator. That means developer can get the parent field value by using the dot operator. That example, select ID comma name from account.name. I'm querying from the contact. Contact is the child. Account is the parent. When I'm querying the contact record, that means a child record. And while querying the child record, and if you wanted to pull the parent data, then you have to use the dot operator, account.name, account.industry. Whether it is a where class or whether it is a field details, whatever it could be, you can use the dot operator. Dot operator is used whenever you are querying the child object data or a child record and you wanted to get the parent field information. You want to get parent field information, then you have to use the dot operator. Let's say, for example, I'm querying the data here, querying the data, select ID comma name. Now I'm going to query from contact. Now how many contacts do I have? So there are total 43 records are there. There are total 43 records. Now out of these 43 records, I'm going to query Basically, for each record, I wanted to understand what is the account rating. What is the account rating? So what I'm going to do, account dot rating. Let's query the account dot rating. Now here, few of them are null, few of them are warm, hot. These are the information which is there. Let's say that, for example, I wanted to query the contact details where account rating is not equal to null. Whereas account rating is not equal to null, only those records I want. So total records are 22 records. Total records are 22 records. But actually I have a 43 records. So 43 records. So 43 records are 43 records. There are total 43 records are available inside the object, right? And three of them are, but I wanted to get actual contact wherever the account rating is not equal to null. Account rating is not equal to null, then I wanted to get the information. Now, if I put the where condition, out of 43, 22 records are having the account associated to it. And then the 22 records are having the account rating. So account rating is, we have a not equal to null. We are querying the contact information, 22 records. So this is the child to parent. I'm querying the child and based on the parent field. Based on the parent field, we are querying the data. Okay, so here we have the information. Now this is the child to parent. If it is this is a standard object, right? This is the standard object. Account is a standard object, contact is a standard object. If it is a custom object, in case if I have a custom object, for example, we have a custom object of position and custom object of hiring manager. If I go to the position object, if I have a position object, let's say here we have a position object. When I open the position object, and if I open one of the record from the position, we have a lookup relation is hiring manager. Lookup relation is hiring manager. That means hiring manager is a parent and then position is a child record. Now let's assume that I'm querying the data of child record. I'm querying the data of child record. Let's say fields. Let's go and get the fields, edit object. And here we have a object manager position and the fields are, let's take a high contact number, email ID. Okay. Select ID, contact number, comma, email ID. From position object. From position object, click on execute. And what happened? Total 7 records are there. So if I go to the position object here, click on all. So here we have a 7 records are there. So 7 records total, we have 7 records. Assume that I wanted to get the hiring manager. Now, if I go to this record, there is a hiring manager is there. Inside this hiring manager, I wanted to get the hiring manager email address or hiring manager location. Hiring manager location I needed. So when I need the hiring manager location, now if you go to the position object and the fields, hiring manager is the field API name is hiring manager, hiring underscore manager underscore C. So what I'll do is here, comma, hiring manager dot, then we have to use, assume that I'm going to get the location details. So I'll just get the location. Now, it is going to throw me an error. It is going to throw me an error. What is the reason it is going to throw me an error? Because what I'm doing here, select ID and HR contact number, HR email ID. These all are from the position object. Now I'm going to pull the parent record field here, hiring manager dot location. That means parent record location, I'm going to print it. Whenever we are using the relationship object field, whenever we are pulling the relationship object field, ideally the object API name is underscore C. But when you pull from child to parent, you have to use underscore R. You have to use underscore R. So whenever you wanted to pull the details from the parent while querying the child record, and if you want to pull the parent record field, then you have to use the R. R represents the relationship. R represents the relationship. So C does not work. C does not work. Now go here. Let's execute this instead of a underscore C. I'm using the underscore R. I'm using the here underscore hiring manager underscore R dot location. ID is from position object. HR contact number is from the position object. Hiring HR email ID is from position object. Now, whereas hiring manager, hiring underscore manager underscore R, that means it is a parent object, parent custom object. If it is a standard object, it's a straightforward. If it is a custom object, you need to use underscore R dot location. You need not to use the underscore R for the field. Only for the object you need to use underscore R. Field is as it is underscore C. Field is as it is underscore C. Right? So if I try to execute, what will happen? It is given me the hiring manager, hiring underscore manager underscore R dot location underscore C. We have a Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad. These are the records, 7 records with the different locations. Let's say I wanted to put a where condition. Where I'm going to say here hiring manager, hiring underscore manager underscore R dot location equal to, for example, let's assume that I'm going to pull only the Hyderabad records. Only the Hyderabad records. So I'll say here HYD ERAPAD, Hyderabad. Let's execute it. Now I'm going to get only the 3 records, 3 position records. These are position records, 3 position records where the parent location is Hyderabad. Where the parent location is Hyderabad. Right? This is how we use for the custom object. Whenever you have a custom object, if you want to query the child to parent, use the custom object hiring manager underscore hiring underscore manager underscore R dot name from the position object. From the position object. Right? So from the position object, we have it. Now, in case if you want to query parent to child, in case if you want to query parent to child, that means one to many. That means we have a one to many. Whenever you want to query the parent to child, that means you are querying the parent record. while querying the parent record, you want to pull the child information in the same query. How do we do it? Using the subqueries enclosed with parentheses. We will be using the subqueries enclosed with parentheses. That means you need to specify the relationship in the subquery. Example, let's assume that you are querying the select ID, comma name from account. Account is the parent. Now you wanted to pull the child object. Then you need to use the contacts. Now here, contact is the object name. Contact is the object name. Contacts is the child relationship name. Contacts is the child relationship name. So whenever you are querying the parent to child relationship, you have to use select ID, comma name. Let me show you that. Let's say here, select ID, comma name from account. From account. Let's click on execute. Now it is 77 records are there. Now for this 77 records, I wanted to pull the child record. Then what you need to do is after the name, you have to put a comma and parenthesis before the from. Before from, you need to add these values. Select last name or a ID, comma last name from contacts. From contacts. Now execute it. What will happen? It is going to give me the contact record. If you say instead of a plural, if you say singular contact, click on execute. It says that the relationship could not be able to identify. If you give the same object name, it says that I'm not able to identify the relationship of the contact. It has to be a contacts. It has to be a contacts. Now this is for the standard object. Let's say for the custom object. If I have a custom object, same thing, I'm going with the, let's assume that I'm querying the hiring manager. When I'm querying the hiring manager, let's say select ID, location, underscore C from hiring, underscore manager, underscore C. This is the hiring manager, which is a parent record. Parent record, I'm querying it. Right? Parent record, I'm querying it. There are total 15 records are there, hiring manager. Now I need to query the child position record. If I want to query the child position record, how do I know that what is my child object name? Now, how can you know that? Go to the child object. Whatever the child object is there, go to that object. And here hiring manager lookup is there, right? So click on this hiring manager. Now here we have a positions, right? Child relationship name. Child relationship name is position. Now you might ask that object name is a position. Cannot I use the position? Object name is position. Now if I say here, after the location, within the bracket, I'll say select ID, comma, select ID, comma, HR underscore contact number underscore C from position. If I click on execute, immediately it is going to throw an error saying that I'm not able to understand the relationship of the position object. You cannot give the exact name of the object name. Whatever the object name is there, that's the same object name you cannot give. So how you can give is the fields and relationship. Go to the hiring manager. In the hiring manager, now we have a child relationship name. Go to the child object and go to the fields and relationship. Here you have a child relationship name. Now copy this child relationship. Copy that child relationship and in the from specify the positions underscore underscore R underscore underscore R. Now let's click on the execute button. Execute the button. Now we can see that whatever the hiring manager, this is the hiring manager record for this hiring manager. Now this is the record is associated. This is the record is associated. Any questions on this relationship? Right, so you can use this child relationship, whatever you want, you can use this. Like here, you have to, only the thing is that for the parent to child, you need to identify what is the child relationship name. How can you identify? Go to the child object, go to the fields and relationship, find the parent field name, hiring manager. There you can see that child relationship name. Get that child relationship name and add underscore underscore C. Add underscore underscore C. Take a notes of it. Done, taken the notes. So here underscore underscore R represents the custom relationship. Wherever you see underscore underscore R, that represents the custom relationship. Done, taken the notes. So let's say here. Now, when we are writing the subqueries, or whether it is a child to parent or parent to child, how many subqueries we can write it, how many parent objects fields we can pull it. So let's see the limitations. So if you want to write a child to parent or parent to child SOQL query, you must have a relationship between the two objects. Then only you can implement the SOQL query. Now, whenever you are implementing the SOQL query, now for the child to parent, you can maximum go for a file level. You can specify the child to parent relationship. That means, for example, contact.account.owner.first name. This is the 3 level. 1, 2, 3. 3 level you can go for. This is for the child to parent. The first one which I am talking about. For the child to parent, the one which we have written here. Now, if I go to the object, now let's say here, I have. Now, here we have. Right, so here I have written the account rating is there. Like how many deep level I can go for it. How many deep I can go for it. Then I can go for up to 5 level. Up to 5 level we can go for it. So that means I can use select ID, name, account, rating. Now I can go up to the 5 level account dot owner. Right. So let's say account dot owner, and then dot you can get the first name. This is the 2 level. This is the 2 level. Like this, you can go to up to 5 level. You can go up to the 5 level. You can go to the to pull the data. To pull the data for the child to parent, we can go up to 5 level. And in the child to parent, so whenever we are implementing a relationship, what is the limitation that how many lookup relationship can I implement it between the two objects? How many lookup fields can be implemented between the two objects? I have a 2 objects, and in between that, how many lookup relationship can I implement? For example, I wanted to, this is a one object is there. And this object, I need to implement a lookup relationship. What is the limitation? How many lookup fields I can create it? How many lookup fields I can create it? What is the limitation that I can create a lookup field? What are the limitations to create a lookup field? How many lookup fields can be created per object? 40, right? So we can create a 40 lookup relationship. Now that means you have a already object is allowing to create a 40 lookup relationship. That means you can, in the child to parent, you can refer maximum 55 child to parent, you can create it. This is the 40 relationship for the lookup and master detail relationship too. That means all of them you can use it into the child to parent. All of them you can use to child to parent, but the limitations you have a 55 child to parent relationship can be specified in the query. And similarly, parent to child. Parent to child is nothing but when you are querying the parent record, within the subquery, you are querying the child record. So maximum how many subqueries you can do it? 20 parent to child relationship can be specified in the query. That means you are already writing the query here. There is a already query, you are writing it. In between this, you can write multiple subqueries. If you have a relationship between the parent to child, daddy చెప్పు Wi-Fi on చేయను.